Yo, 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 and away we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Mike Direct Twitch stream for a lovely August 3rd, 2022. It's playoff day. All right, folks, if you first of all, welcome. And thank you for the comments on the music there, JJ. It is known as Stream Beats. You can get it anywhere where music is available. Apple, Spotify. I use Spotify myself on here because it just works easier with Google and whatnot. But yeah, it's going to be a fun night here. We got AEW Dynamite first off here for the first time. It's a jam-packed show. Like, for example, we got the big stipulation match, and I believe what's going to be the main event, and it scares me a little bit that it is the main event, is Chris Jericho versus Wheeler Yuta. Winner gets Moxley next week. So, you know Jericho's winning it, but I just wonder how he's going to win it. If it's going to be something like a stupid shenanigans, as usual, it drive me up the wall here. We have the return from WrestleMania 14, the dumpster match. The Gun Club versus the Acclaimed. First team to dump the other one in a dumpster wins. Oh boy, here we go again. Gimmick. Orange Cassidy versus Jay Lethal. That's been set up throughout the week here. That's going to be a lot of fun. And a battle of the oldies with Matt Hardy, Christian Cage renewing their lovely time here. Yes, JJ, everybody loves the Acclaimed. Everybody hates the Ass Boys. We all know that. So it's going to be a fun time watching that match. Then, of course, you're going to get Thunderstorms taking on Baker Hayter. That's what I'm starting to call it right now, because you're starting to hate Baker getting on TV this much like this, but not because she isn't a great wrestler, just because it's too much of this whole feud here. So hopefully they're turning it into something useful here. Then we're going to get the return of Powerhouse Hobbs after that shocking turn that I don't think anybody here really expected, as he turned on Ricky Starks after losing the FTW Championship to Hook, which I still say is the absolute right call. And then in the case of JJ's favorite section of the night, the Undisputed Elite are returning. And it just so happens that the Trios titles have been reintroduced just as the Undisputed Elite decided to show up here. So it's going to be a fun night of wrestling here. And then that's only the first half of the show here, folks. The second half, I'm really excited about. We got the Show YEG Baseball League has been going on for about 2 months now. And due to some rainouts and some other issues, we've had to call the season to a halt. And we're basically doing what the NHL did. Let's get in the playoffs and let's go. So tonight, after Dynamite, we are going to have our first quarterfinal match of the evening. Well, we're going to have our first quarterfinals match up. It's a best-of-5 series for MLB The Show 22. And it's going to be myself and Game Time Art. So he's the number 3 seed, I'm the number 4 seed. So this should be a real blast to get through here. So buckle up. I've basically stocked my team as full as I can. And I'm sure Art has as well. He's got some cards that he really enjoys playing. I just like powerful cards. So I just went with the top lineup I could get. And then first one to win 5 games is going to be your champ. Going to move on to face the winner of Warren Barris and PJC in the other quarterfinal. And then the winner of those two go to take on Beast Up North, who is absolutely trouncing everybody in the league final. So, but other than that, the announcement of the AEW game, and if you guys haven't seen, coming up next Friday, they're actually going to be bringing out gameplay footage courtesy of the THQ, basically the equivalent to a Nintendo Direct. They're going to be doing a product reveal show for THQ coming up next Friday. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to stream it live because I'm working. Damn it! But I still think I'm still going to get a chance to watch it. We might watch it together on Saturday. We'll see. This is going to be a crazy week here, folks. So best thing I can do is buckle up, hang on, stay tuned. From some of the stuff that I've seen, like the little vignettes and whatnot that they did put online today, there are mini games involved, like Casino Chips and a Casino Battle Royal. The Stadium Stampede, they have a mini game for baseball, which I'm sure Game Time Art is going to be absolutely thrilled about. PJC as well. But yeah, I'll wait until next Friday to see the see nothing but JJ. It's Twitter. That's everybody. Oh, it looks horrible. Oh, it's a first run, and they're not even going to show everything on that. And yeah, the game trailer. Well, you know what? Let's put it this way. And I don't have any doubt when I say this whatsoever here. Now that the helm has changed at the head of WWE, the WWE loyalists, those fans that decide that they got to stick their neck out and defend WWE no matter what, have a little extra set of bravado online. So they are going to be up and at them and running around like crazy, trying to put down AEW whenever they can. I don't listen to a lot of that. I actually go out and get the game myself. That's what I'll be getting in. I'll probably be doing a first day or kind of thing. We'll end up playing it on stream here as well. I want to get back into 2K22 once the season's over here for the show YEG. So we'll have a little bit of wrestling to go along with everything else we're doing. So having a little bit of fun with that. And I'm still trying to get over what happened with Ric Flair on Sunday. That was absolutely abhorrent. Absolutely disgusting, abhorrent, all that other good stuff. So, it's, yeah. Best way to put it, just, I would say the last two matches had a lot to be desired. And the second last match, I merely say that because, well, Rachel mentioned on her Twitter that her ankle is about the size of a softball right now. So, when they said Logan is better than Adam Cole, I may not like his character, but lies need to be stopped. That's what I mean. Like, you're going to have WWE people. Well, AEW has the same problem right now. So, they always have this set of people that have to defend their product instead of just enjoying what you have. Hey, Eric, good to see you here. All right, let's get a little timing set up for you guys. And Pyro. There you go. So you guys can sync up exactly where we're at here. So, all right, we're gonna have a fight in the. We're gonna have a fight in the chat. I can see already because Open Fan loves Adam Cole. JJ can't stand Adam Cole, so. So what? Okay. This is interesting right off the bat. I forgot that he had new music here, so. Greetings, hello everybody. Good to see everyone once again today, so. Let me get the predictions up to start up. Let me get, because this is going to be a fun one to open the show with. Orange Cassidy and Jay Lethal. And I'll throw it up for 5 minutes here for you guys. Feel free to throw in your predictions. Hey, Zodiac, good to hear. Good to see you. Good to hear you. Good to know you. Good to have you around. Well, let's see. It's not Adam Cole to start off the show, JJ, so you don't have to leave quite yet. So, Simon, give me a thumbs up. My wife loves Orange Cassidy. Now this man, I'll be honest, Jay Lethal, I got to give him all the credit in the world for what happened on Sunday. He tried his best to make chicken salad out of chicken, well, and unfortunately, no matter what he tried to do, he couldn't save that match to save his life, so. Buddy's side did not last 2 entrances. Atta boy. But yeah, good to see everybody. How's everybody's week while we're getting everything together here, getting the show ready to go, basically getting the first introductions out of the way here. I know a lot of us, we got together on Sunday night for the Ric Flair show. Then at the end, we all sort of wish we didn't in some ways. Oh, what is Orange? Okay, Orange needs a break. Work Monday, had yesterday off, then work today and tomorrow. Ugh. That's got to be rough. Well, Tuesdays are always good to have off after a long weekend, right? So I work in retail too. So ironically enough, I had Sunday, Monday off, work Tuesday, have Wednesday, Thursday off. Unfortunately, we're shorthanded at work, so I couldn't book that one in the middle. So sort of sucks that I work 1 in 5 days, but especially when it's in the middle. But you know, it's only 1 in 5 days. So but you know what? Never complain, because you know it could be worse. You might not have a job. Is my broadcast glitching? Not that I know of. Long week, have to work the weekend, have Monday off. That's fair. It's always nice, you know, I always find it easier when you take when you get the Mondays or the, like you actually get weekdays off versus the weekends. Because a lot of people, well, when they have to work, that means a lot of places are opened up and it's a lot more quiet. I used to find that when we had the, like when you were planning to go to K-Days or Stampede or whatever festival you got locally, it's a lot quieter during the week. They make their money on the evenings and the weekends, so they're more happy to see you. And ironically enough, sometimes you can actually get some places that are cheaper at, they'll barter a little better with you when it's during the day. Who's in the ramp that's causing a problem right now? Yours has been glitching or freezing? That might be your internet, not mine. The hell? I saw something back there that was psychedelic. Okay. All right, this is a rather, well, at least the best friends took care of the situation the way they saw fit. Having weekdays off can be nice, but when I worked a shift schedule, it got to the point where weekends and holidays meant lots of people have it worse, but I still absolutely. I get it. Like with. Yeah, Jubeg, good to see you, by the way. I appreciate the idol, and yes, I do know that you work during the week here, so. And yeah, Zodiac, I totally get it. Like, I haven't had I haven't had a full weekend off that I haven't booked off in 25 years. So I know exactly what you're talking about. TSN broadcast is that. I'm sorry, that's your cable provider. That's not any of us. I got a perfect signal on my TV here, so. Lethal gonna take care of it. The ankle, yep, that's it. You'll be in Edmonton on the 25th and 26th. I wonder what's going on there. Feel free to plug what you're doing there because you guys are a sponsor. Want to give a shout out to Jupiter Vision as well for an excellent interview with AEW superstar Gigi Ray, or AEW participant Gigi Ray, as well as Reality of Wrestling and from the Millwoods. Oh, hold on here. Hold on. What we got here? Oh, my goodness. Kyler Yamamoto just signed with the Oilers for $3.1 million a year for 2 years. Ah, yeah. Not on this one. We'll be in Top Talent at LPW show that week, so I want to know. I'm glad I'll be at the Top Talent show. I know I probably... You might bring your new 19... You got an RV, Jupiter? You're turning into a wrestling carny more and more here. Next thing you know, you're gonna have a attachment to go to your ring van, and you'll buy yourself a ring and have it all. You'll be just driving around randomly from town to town with your RV. Next thing you know, you're gonna be giving out crazy Ukrainian jokes to everybody. I deserve that one. Mr. Darth, how are you today? Glad to see you're here. Glad to see you're a part of this tonight. You want to take it up to Edmonton instead of using an Airbnb or hotel? Well, after the headache that you had last time, I don't blame you one bit. So... It has been a bit of a... Let's put it this way. Airbnb is good, except for... Sometimes you can hit or miss kind of thing, right? Sour stove, Furge, microwave, everything you need. You know what? I like things when you keep it basic, too. If there was some way I could live up here in a turlet. Nice. I've always wanted a good turlet. I've always, if it was feasible here in Alberta, where unfortunately it gets to minus 40, and I say that with the fact that at either scale it's the same, I wouldn't mind living out of an RV, to be honest. That's the simple life. Could you imagine me streaming out of an RV? I just need one of those tinfoil hats and I'd be a complete conspiracy theorist here. And Darth, good to see that you're well here tonight, my friend. We were talking about work schedules and just having to work the weekends and whatnot. RVs are absolutely awesome. All right, get back to work, Jupiter. Oh, I love the covers. I love the covers. They have the covers available. I'll be pre-ordering mine once I get down to my local GameSpot. So... And yes, I do pre-order some games. AEW, I definitely will be. Try to decide which system I'm going to go with here. Probably go up with the Xbox One. I was thinking maybe going with the Xbox X, but... What's the expected release date? Best thing to do is wait until... It would be... Sorry, I was talking about this off the top of the show. Next Friday, they're doing a THQ release price, sort of like an Xbox Live or a PlayStation State of Play, Nintendo Direct kind of thing. THQ is going to be doing that, so. Aren't all Xbox One games Xbox Series games anyway? True. That's a good point. the thing is, I have an Xbox S right now. I want to upgrade it to an X when I can find one and get one. But that's my lowest priority right now, for the fact that the order priority for me right now is PS5, tower computer, and then I can upgrade the Xbox. So it's amazing the strength that both Lethal and Orange Cassidy have. Reversing that stutter into a lethal combination, like, damn. So I'm going to see how close it is until the end of the match here. Just so you guys know, if you're not a subscriber, there will be ads that come up every half hour. I'm going to try and position around here, so. If I was going to book a match for Top Talent Wrestling, who would face who? Well, I'll be perfectly honest. I don't know who the complete roster is here. It's only a minute and a half every half hour, and Twitch is going to be starting to enforce that, so there is a way to get around the whole ad thing coming up. If you go to twitch.tv/turbo, it's actually only $8 a month, and every channel you get ad-free viewing. Every channel. But I don't even know. Like, I applied for those underground ads, like the ones under the screens, so that could all that it is. But let's use the roster from where we're live. Oh, okay, from there. That was the crowd. What? Oh, yeah. Sorry. I don't get the audio from the crowd because I'm talking to you guys, so I want to make sure that I'm listening. Well, sort of seeing what you guys are doing, and I'm trying to talk at the same time. And you know what it's like when you talk over somebody. You never hear what they're saying. Oh, and there goes the knee and ankle. So the Elite coming back is next. This should be fun. Sorry, JJ. When I was talking about ads and all of a sudden you said one, it sort of put two and one together. I'm like, wow. Ooh. There you go. There's a little ad about it. Orange Cassidy is... like, I'll get to your question here. I'm going to think about this here. We'll talk about it during the commercial break here. Oh, he was going for the orange punch and got chop blocked. And now the figure four. No way. And I do appreciate the fact that we got a little bit of a... oh, there it is. Lethal injection. Good night, nurse. Wow. All right, so each one of you gained just under 50 points there on that, so. I love that lethal injection for the mere fact that you can put it on anybody. Oh, God. Jaundice? Really? All right, so it looks like Lethal's going to be going after Wardlow in the TNT title? All right, Wardlow chat's coming up. Alrighty. So now this is an excuse to get Wardlow out here. I don't mind this. Oh, here come the best friends to do the block. And Wardlow. So is there somebody else in behind that's going to be a different kind of backup here? Or is it going to be... I guess not. Lethal is the bad guy from Sunday. Yep. Sanjay, you know. All right, they're setting up an actual match for Battle of the Belts. They're doing some primo work for it. That's the part I'm really impressed about, is the fact they're actually doing... They're actually doing some promo work for the actual pay-per-views. Alrighty. Well, that's a line out of Jericho. All right. You like that? He has a great... He's a great grading heel manager. Yeah. He is, like, shades of Heenan, shades of Jimmy Hart in many ways. The fact that he could talk a mile a minute. Shades of Heenan with the fact that he's uber smart. Now they're going to go over the rundown of what happened last week with Powerhouse Hobbs, right? And Hook and the title and whatnot. I love the way it worked out here for this. So, Jimmy Hart was the one you thought of for... Yeah. Jimmy Hart, if he had some bass in his voice, would be Sanjay Dutt. I think it's the best way to put that. I just find as a minimum now, if Jay Lethal would win the TNT title, I think he'd have it customized it like his Macho Man gear. Yeah. All right, JJ's... One of JJ's favorite parts of Dynamite. By the way, guys, if you want to be part of a special event, Chugs is having his 500th stream coming up on Saturday. So if you guys haven't watched him play games, it is so much fun. Especially when he really gets into the Halo series. Like him and Tyler Breeze quite often were playing Halo Infinite. Halo Master Chief Collection. And just watching those two banter back and forth is just absolutely awesome. And Eric, don't worry. I'm going to save your question for the first commercial break that actually comes up on the show. So I don't like to talk about other wrestling promotions while we have another wrestling promotion going on. It's sort of like, you know, I like to somewhat focus on this product. So, all right, while we get this going on here, all right, story time. What's up? Kyle still fears Von Wagner. Yes! Somebody got that sign up. I think it process a video game. So you think the trios get pushed back to allow Omega a chance to come back? No, they announced All In. Or All Out, sorry. Well, yeah, there's... Zodiac, I'll get to your question as well in a minute, because that one makes a lot of superficial thinking there as well, on top of that. Your story time sucks. Ha! JJ. Uh-oh. So now Adam's got to figure out who he wants to team with. Oh. No. Oh my God. Heel turn. Face turn. All the turns. So do we get Paige out here, or do we get... Oh, Cutler. Young Bucks wears Kenny Omega in the stands, of course. So it's either going to be Hangman or it's going to be Omega. We're not sure. Oh my God. Little kid cried in the crowd. They did it. They did it. That poor kid. Oh no, this is where Hangman comes out. Yeah. Ah, and a lead pipe. Alrighty. So I guess you got the face turn you needed. Now... Butterflies on jeans, that's a look. So Bobby Fish is the only one cleared out of that team, so obviously we're not going to get the Undisputed Elite there. The fans have talked about it. Looks like we're going to get it. But now you got the Dark Order all pissed off, right? It's almost a no-win situation right now for Paige as well. All right, I gotta yell at Stream Elements or Twitch, because that was supposed to be an emote in that last little line there. Dark Order could go heel, get led by Christian. Oh, God. All right, Mox, what do you guys say? Huh. Nice. What about Sunday? Pay-per-views on Sunday, John. I have a prediction for this trios thing involving the two groups. The fact that they're in the final. Sorry about the vacuuming sound in behind me, folks, if you could hear it at all. All right. All right, so Mock's getting serious here. Well, given your standard, I don't care who I'm going to face promo. So, well, that was a little bit of something here with the I guess the former Dark Order. It's a swerve. I think Hangman is their partner. He gets attacked, can't get medically cleared. They come out and say Young Bucks have no one left, and Omega's music hits. That very well could be it. I think there's just too much of a story there, heart-wise. If you can get Hangman and the Bucks to go over, and if Omega's cleared, then yeah, you can run that story. But if you're not, it's still safe that you can run this story, right? So either way, it's going to work out. As for Eric, to answer your question very simply, the match that I would probably book is probably going to be the one match, politically wise, I don't think we're going to see. But storyline wise, it makes the most sense right now. T.Y. Jackson versus Mo Jabari. Mo Jabari is technically the current Top Talent Wrestling champion. He won that at Clandestine 3 in a match against Sean Moore. T.Y. Jackson won a ladder match to get a title shot whenever he wants. Well, I think he should be the one to get first crack at the championship, to be perfectly honest. So that's my prediction, at least, for that. But let me scroll back up here to... All right, so do you think the trios titles get pushed back to allow Omega to come back? No, I think that'll happen. Should AEW be worried about Cole with Triple H in charge now? Frankly, there's nothing to worry about for another 2 years for most of these guys. The first crop of talent that got signed to 3 years, and they're starting to cycle through right now. Adam Cole, I do believe, was signed last September, so about a year ago. And most of the contracts are for 3 years. I don't know for sure. It's a private company, so they don't have to tell us how much it is. If it's 3 years, like most standard contracts are right now for AEW, you got till 2024. Do I think there'll be a problem? It's too early to tell at this point, specifically for somebody like that. Free agent-wise, one thing about psychology, and one thing that a lot of people don't realize, and it's one of the most frustrating things here when it comes to Alberta wrestling. Sometimes you'd rather deal with the devil you do know than the devil you don't. And people get very comfortable with what they have. So wrestlers will work in lower conditions, even though they know what those conditions are, rather than to take a risk and move up. Okay, 2027. All right, Jungle Boy almost runs over Christian Cage. That's always good. We almost saw vehicular suicide tonight. Or homicide. Vehicular suicide, that would not be good. Wait, what? All right, I think we got to... All right, let me get this prediction up, which... Oh my goodness, like... This is different. All right, it's 5 minutes on the clock for the tag. But yeah, we're about an hour earlier than normal here, guys. Oh, look at the gear. I like the new gear there. But if you guys didn't hear earlier today, there was a new announcement from AEW about an expanded executive, which I guarantee you is not only a response to Triple H taking over as head of talent relations, but as well a response to the fact that the Jacksonville Jaguars actually might do something this year. Tony Khan announced that Tony Schiavone, QT Marshall, and Sanjay Dutt are now going to be heads of talent relations. And Madison Rayne from Impact Wrestling is now going to be working specifically with the women of AEW. Thunder Rosa sandbagging since 2014. Talk about playing up here. Hey, Zodiac, I'm not saying that they will do anything. I'm saying they're planning on doing something. I expect the one most important thing to happen this year for the Jags is Trevor Lawrence landing on his ass. I just love the fact that my team is actually the odds-on favorite of Vegas right now to win it all. Scares me a little bit, but I'm still happy about it. Let's go Bills. By the way, if we finish that follower goal and get us up to 350 there, I will wear my Bills luchador mask for a stream here. So the Jags should just try to plan and sell some tickets. Honestly, winning will help you with that. Hey, Britt, have my baby. Oh, God. If you saw the latest video, it's, which they can't do. Yeah, I know. The Jags, well, Bills win a Super Bowl. You remember? The 90s were different. The 90s were different. We're still trying to get over wide right. To be perfectly honest, the reason I became a Bills fan was because of that wide right game. That was my first ever football game that I ever seen. Was when the Giants beat the Bills by 1 because we missed that kick. And I've been a fan of them ever since. Reminds me a lot of what happened with Vince Scully. He became a Giants fan after watching the Giants lose to the Dodgers in the World Series. And he felt bad for him, so he became a fan. You know, for a really basic gear, I really like what Thunder Rosa's gear looks like here tonight. Just straight red. Let her tattoos show on the one side. I do, yeah, that's tattoos there. But I find it, like, it's weird. We had a women's match not in their slot. Could we get another women's match on the card here tonight? If we see another women's match on the card tonight, then we're going to see, yeah, there's going to be a lot showing up here. You want to prove you're going to have change? Still in the dictionary as picture for runner-up. I will throw that in there for you just out of pity. So here's a question for, oh, look out. We're almost going to get a pin here. We're just under a minute left here, everyone. If you want to get your predictions in here for channel points, there's sounds that you can use them for. There's different, there's even one there where I have to put somebody over, anybody over that you ask me to, and I can find a way to do it. So, and we still have a dumpster match. So we're going back in time to WrestleMania 14 still here tonight. This is going to be a blast. So, we've seen the sort of generic set of matches that AEW is providing for the women's division right now. Like, you got your Thunder Rosa, Britt Baker. You got your Jade versus Athena. And, oh, nice shot by Hayter there. Outside of those regular ones, who do you want to see as part of a women's feud here in AEW? Like, if we were going to book a second feud here at AEW outside of the title pictures for the women's division, who would you have? Just throwing that out there for a general comment in the chat here, because it'd be nice to see two different segments here on AEW for something different every week. Like, I know on Rampage coming up on Friday, they got, I don't know if it's a spoiler or not, but anyway, we're going to have Ruby Soho and Anna Jay on the card, so that's going to be a hell of a match. Now that Anna Jay is now Anna JAS, I believe is what she calls herself at this time. And, yeah, it's, there's, the roster just has so many people that they could actually use there. Hayter, we're going for a lap on the outside, so proud of herself. I would like to see Jamie Hayter get more involved singles-wise. Like, eventually she's going to have to turn on Britt, and I'm wondering why they haven't played that card yet. Like, realistically, this match doesn't need to happen, in my opinion. I don't know about you guys, but I feel that this match here has happened a lot. But they got to be careful right now, because I think right now, if Tony Khan doesn't step up with his women's division, he's not going to have a women's division. It's going to turn into straight New Japan. And even New Japan is even producing more in terms of women's content now with the IWGP Women's Championship. So, only thing this match could do is have a tension build between one of the teammates. And I honestly think that could happen on both sides. To me, having that on both sides might actually make sense here. Because Hayter looking to be the top dog and Tony Storm looking to get that championship. But I don't know what... I don't know why these two Thunderstorms teamed up so quickly right after Forbidden Door, after they had the match that they did. Picture-in-picture stand. Nice. Very nice stunner there by Thunder Rosa. Little sideways, but it still works. Whoa! Hayter jumped a little high on that one, and well, that was a nice reverse. Oh, and Rebel eats a push. That's a little better crossbody there. Hayter jumped a little up and into the crossbody on... Ow. Hayter didn't get the timing down along with Storms picking her up, so that Oklahoma... That Alabama slam didn't look that well. That looked that good. Half this crowd is cheered for Hayter hardcore here. I love it. Death Valley Driver. There you go. I will say this, they are definitely showing how they could provide a good tag team match when given the time, right? It's no different than Anna Jay and Ty Conti versus Penelope Ford and oh, look out. Oh my God, no. Ow. Air raid crash from the second rope. This is really weird. Like, ow. Ow. Okay, that hurt. All right, I'm going to snooze this for 5 minutes here. We'll sort of share the commercial together here a little bit. Wow, that went... That drop kick had to hurt. Whoa, there you go. Setting up for that neck breaker. You would think with these two knowing each other so well, that was a shotgun to the back of the head in more ways than one. That's a little better DDT. Irish Curse backbreaker. You gotta love it. Jamie Hayter's showing up in this match. Like, Tony Storm always had the great rep. And of course, you got your champion. You got Britt Baker, who's basically been the face of the company. But Jamie Hayter is at the position now that she's really showing up here. Oh no, double Germans coming up. Ow. Thunder Rosa's like, nope, I'll do the first one and then I'll get the hell out of the way. Oh, you knew something. There you go. There's your dissension you were talking about. And the Rainmaker. 1, 2. There you go. No matter what, Jamie deserved that win. Like, it felt weird with the crowd, both sides cheering on, getting cheered throughout this match when Baker and Hayter have been heels for so long. Like, I get it, we're getting the dissension angle, and don't get me wrong, that's not what we want, but... So where are we going now? And Hayter's through the moon because she got that pin. Oh, God. Okay, Sammy, I hope you realize that announcing your engagement on AEW Dynamite hasn't worked out the best for you. Speaking of which, all this cutesy wootsy can go away as far. Ha! Thank you. Okay. All right, Eddie Kingston, Sammy Guevara, that'll be... It's at least a different matchup, right? That's something that we haven't had to deal with in a while. All right, so we're going to get... We're getting the replay of Powerhouse Hobbs once again. Well, I guess it wasn't bad luck. It was just a big shot to the back. Thank you! So basically, he's just saying that he's back on commentary nonstop now, which is a very good... Oh. Cody! Cody lost his entranceway! They're using it for somebody else. Nice. Love the new ring gear, too. All right. With all due respect, guys, I'm not putting up a prediction for a squash match, because you know what's going to happen here. Local competitor in the ring. This might last 3 minutes. Ren Jones, one of the opponents on Dark. Okay. He was Lee Moriarty's opponent on Dark, so that's how that worked out. Yeah. This is going to be a 2-minute bludgeoning and then move on here. I have to say, I love the fact that Taz is just back on commentary and that's it for right now. You want to talk about somebody that I wouldn't mind getting into the business, like those positions that we were talking about that Tony Khan let out for QT, Sanjay, and Tony? Totally believe that Taz would fit in perfectly with those guys as well. He's got his opinions, don't get me wrong. But at the same time... It was time for a Hobbs singles push? Yeah, absolutely, JJ. Yeah, there you go. Didn't even use the spine buster, just a clothesline. And Stark's not posing. All right, this is a feud I've been wanting to see. You want to talk about new feuds to get involved? Oh my God. That's why you didn't use the spine buster in the match. Okay, good to see you, Jagger. Yeah. It's been a good time to start off, and we had the women's match in the first hour tonight, which is different. It's weird. I'm not complaining. I think the biggest pop of the night will be if there's another women's match later on. But Tony's gonna have to do something to help out that women's division, but so he is wearing a bandage on his eye, if not a real full-fledged eye patch. So very interesting twist there. But yeah, we're an hour into Dynamite, and yeah, we had a great women's match. We had a great opening contest, Jay Lethal and Orange Cassidy. Had this powerhouse Hobb squash in beginning of this feud here. We had Jungle Boy almost kill Christian. CLB getting CLB things done to him. Yeah, that hour absolutely flew by. Normally you get a little bit of drag out, but it was a pretty good match. Some great spots and a few botches. Does the matching ring gear for Hayter and Baker signal a future tag division? You know what? It wouldn't surprise me. And yeah, we were just talking about just before you came up here. With the announcement today that they actually have they have someone who's actually in charge of the direction of the AEW's women's division now, like a coach. In Madison Rain, the former Impact Wrestling Women's Champion and Tag Team Champion. Or Knockouts, sorry, my apologies. That could spell a few different things here for the women's division here in AEW. Because Lord knows they got to do something, or else every free agent is going to be moving into WWE now that Triple H is there. Like, the way that WWE showed off the women's division on Monday, Triple H said that this was going to be a statement show. Well, there are a few statements that he made on Monday. Ciampa getting put over to the point where he's facing Lashley for the U.S. title next week in Johnny Gargano's hometown. The women's saga, the story throughout the entire show was about the women. From the opening promo segment to the Bliss Asuka match in the middle to the main event where you had, or the semi-main event, where you have Bianca and Io Sky go at it. And you can't count NXT matches as part of their record, right? Because as much as we like to think about it, not as many people watch NXT as WWE. Look at the WWE numbers this week. I think they hit 2.2 million. AEW's got to be concerned. I know Tony's not going to openly admit it. And if I was him, I wouldn't openly admit it either. But at the same time, you got to be aware that this stuff's going down. Uh-oh, Darby. Why? He's self-tattooing himself? Ew. The coffin drops on Brody King. Okay. All right, next Wednesday we got a coffin match. Well, okay. Anybody that's watching the channel, by the way, if you're new here, welcome. Good to see you. Absolutely love having you here. But there's something you should know. For me, there are two people that drive me nuts. Darby Allin and Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho, because he's pulling off these, well, I guess it's sports entertainment endings, I believe is a polite way of putting it. And Darby, well, because he pretty much kills himself every match. SmackDown on Friday is literally a 10-minute walk from my apartment. Not great tickets, but good tickets still available for $20. I haven't pulled the trigger yet, though. Honestly, Jagger, like, another example for us is the first time in years they're bringing Raw to Edmonton here. Ironically enough, it's actually on my birthday. Just getting the next... just getting the predictions up here. Oh, it's here. Christian Cage. Matt Hardy. Give you guys 5 minutes for this. And actually, I'm going to throw you guys a loop here because I got a feeling we might have this here. Yeah, JJ. If the prediction happens the way I think it might, I'm throwing a third one in here, guys, so we get not another coffin match. Yeah, exactly. Yes, Omen fan, if you look on the WWE website, you can see when Raw is in Edmonton, so. Do you guys notice as well as I do that Matt's no longer wearing like the Hardy Boys, like the same gear he was wearing with Jeff? At least not completely. You're only tempted because of Bliss? Honestly, because of the change in format, I'm going to wait. Like, I'm not buying a ticket yet. But I am, odds are I'm probably going to end up going to the show. SmackDown will be in Indianapolis on November. Okay. In Canada, that's Remembrance Day here, so. Oh, that's right. You were off work. It's just after 7. That's right. Congratulations on surviving another day. Consider that a win. So I did throw in a no contest notion on the poll here, which you got about 3 minutes to get into here. My only thinking is the Jungle Boy get out here and break everything up and cause a headache. Very long day today? Yeah, I hear you. That was like my work day yesterday. I'm glad to see that AEW is coming to Toronto. The fact that it's 3 hours away and I can't get there, well, or three time zones away, better yet. I think it's a 3-hour flight, isn't it, to Toronto? Gonna go for a side effect through the table? That's, yeah. Let's load up your RV. I just can't get the time off work. That's my problem, Jupe. Trust me, if we can make some kind of cross-country jaunt to go, I'd totally be all over that. And these fans will not give up the delete chance. Going with the he's trying to get the V1 over, then the delete over. I guess he's just working on. Oh, nice. Cross country wrestling trip sounds fun. Yeah. If there was any way to do, yeah. We used to have a 1976 Barth RV. Totally redone, redecked out. And actually a funny story out of that is how I got to meet the Hart family. This has got to be like 20 years. Well, what? I'm 44, or 43, so that would have been 35 years ago-ish. An RV or a travel tour bus. No, it wasn't RV. It was a travel tour bus that was gutted out to become an RV. That's how old it was. So the guy that stayed with us actually lived next door to Stu. And they would always get into arguments about, well, the guy's name was John that stayed with us. He was a snowbird, so during the summer months, he would stay with us, and in the fall, he'd move down to the States with his RV and whatnot. And he knew Stu Hart because his sheepdog always ended up eating Stu's sheep that he kept there. Sheep and animals and everything that was there. So one time he said, do you want to go down to Calgary, meet the family? And I'll admit, I wasn't as much into wrestling as I am now. I probably would have crapped my pants and said, yes, yes, yes. I said, yeah, absolutely. I was very calm about it. So anyway, we go down there, and Owen was on one of his breaks for in between time with WWE, had some time off or something. I'm not 100% sure how it worked out there. And there's somebody on the porch, just in a rocking chair, back and forth with a shotgun in his hand. Looks like he's sleeping. All of a sudden we get close, and all of a sudden all you hear is rumbling and somebody's pointing a gun at me, yelling, "Who's there?" Well, I learned a very important lesson that day. I can run faster scared than you can, shockingly. Over the fence and everything. Turns out it was Owen Hart, and we met, laughed, had a nice little chat. Got to chat with him quite a bit, actually, after that. Now, I'm not going to say a ton, but I did know the guy prior to his passing, so. He was... I don't want to say he was close to me. I don't know if I was close to him, but either way, was it was a very emotional time. So, what U.S. cities would be on your wrestling dream tour? Calgary, Montreal, New York, Philadelphia, Chicago, Atlanta, Charlotte. Places I would want to go. You see, for me, it's sort of like. It's like when people ask me who my favorite wrestler is. I don't have a favorite wrestler, really. I have some favorite people, and that has nothing to do with the wrestling ability. It's about who they are. Like, I'm sorry, JJ, but guys like Adam Cole, guys like Owen Hart when they're around, Rachel. I've always said that Rachel Ellering is one of my best friends. There's a reason behind that. Same thing with Kayla J, even though she isn't wrestling right now. It's all about what kind of matches are set up in certain situations. The way the current landscape is right now, some of my goals would be to get to Chicago. It would be an all-in weekend. But I want to make sure that I get a chance to go check out Galloping Ghost Arcade. If you guys haven't seen it, it's probably one of the best arcades in the world. As well, I don't know if I'd want to go to a Mania. Maybe a SummerSlam, not a Mania. Oh, JJ, come on. Now, since I'm talking about being an Adam Cole fan, that's not... just try to keep... Oh, wow. Well, I find it interesting that my opponent tonight is still grinding away at the MLB The Show game. Sorry, just a little off point there. If you guys didn't hear off the top of the show, immediately following Dynamite, I take on Game Time Art in the Best of 5 series for our league playoffs at MLB The Show. So it's playoff time. Ooh, nice kick. These guys know how to go. It's really impressive to see how much they can still go. Well, if we're not going to do the suplex, let's do the back body drop. Not doing the leg drop, doing the elbow. That's interesting. I believe they call that leg drop the buster. Well, I'm just trying, while you're still talking about that, I still want to keep coming through a list of stuff. One that I didn't mention that I don't understand enough of it, and I'd almost be scared to go there. Oh, Air Canada, scared to see it. Another place would be for Wrestle Kingdom. I would love to go see a Wrestle Kingdom show just for the atmosphere. Like, so much respect for like everything that happens in Japan. And I wish it would get a little bit more exposure over here in North America. If there was some way to get more shows on here about that, I would. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Hashtag stay tuned. Side effect on the rig apron. Oh. That's gonna hurt. I'd love to go to a Japan show over Mania. For me, Mania right now, literally everything involving WWE is wait and see. It's literally wait and see. Because if it's Mania like it's been the last 4 or 5 years, no, I don't want any part of that. Do I want to sit through Roman Reigns versus Triple H for half an hour when nobody really wants to be there? No. Jesus. Well, Matt just destroyed himself there. Jesus. It's amazing how AEW does have more DQs. Ha! See the side of the front row, guys? I played this match on No Mercy. The white sign there on the right. Well, the missed... All right, well... Sorry to the one person who picked a no contest, because I was with you on that. But the 5 viewers get... I could see a couple months of this as the new WWE slowly revert back to the old... That's why I'm a little apprehensive right now, Jaeger. Like, it's all... Like, you know things are going to happen, right? And they're going to try and make some changes, but... What has happened long term? When does this die out? I'm going to enjoy the ride while it happens. Don't get me wrong. Well, this is a good way to write Matt off for a while. So is this where we get our double swerve right now? Yep, Christian's working all of us, because if this was a real... Well, Christian threw the crowd again. I thought there was going to be a double swerve right there. Ha! I just saw Jungle Boy's shirt. Hashtag sellout. Oh. I wonder if that's on shopaew.com. I think they might. Do you guys think? Sorry. Yeah. Do you guys think they're actually going to carry this feud all the way to All Out? So for half a second, I thought it was going to be Jeff, and you were. I don't think Jeff Hardy's going to be anywhere near an AEW ring for a very long time, if ever. My personal opinion when it comes to Jeff Hardy, if Tony Khan was smart, custody of Luchasaurus on a pole match, nice. Yeah, Garcia's mannerisms, way he talks, like, Garcia's really coming into his own now. He's feeling a lot more comfortable. I think the fact that he's really solidified himself on the card has a lot to do with it. So while we got this actual commercial going on, I'm going to run the ad. If you guys are not a subscriber, forgive me. But I want to run it now so then we don't have to worry about it later. When it comes to... When it comes to Jeff Hardy, what my goal would be is to actually put Jeff in. If Tony Khan really wants to take care of him and make sure that he doesn't get back in the ring anytime soon, have him be a trainer. Like, even if they, like, I know they use the factory a little bit as a training center for them a little bit. But if he could use him as a coach, as a trainer, someone who can't get in the ring but has the experience to know what to do around it, for me, that would be... That would be the ultimate thing for me when it comes to Jeff Hardy. It would be a way that, you know, he can't sign with WWE, he can't sign with an independent, he can't. I know basically it's Tony Khan sucking up some money, but this could be a real good PR thing for him, for the fact that he can say, look, I'm taking care of Jeff. I'm making sure that he's on the right page, and I'm not going to put him in the ring unless I feel absolutely confident in it. He doesn't have to say the term never. It's like everybody focuses on, you know, oh, he's going to put him in eventually. He doesn't have to. When you have a toy, like, it's like when I play MLB The Show. I have a certain card that comes out. Everybody's like, oh, you got to play that card. No, I don't. I can play whatever I want. It's like when you're playing an Uno hand. You have this crazy 8 on the air, or the Uno card, or the +4, +3,000, whatever you want. Could play right there. You don't have to. And I think that's what Tony Khan can do with Jeff Hardy. He's got him under control. It's not like Jeff Hardy's going to be a ton of money. to sign. So the worst thing that can happen is the contract runs out and then he goes on his own. But oh, you don't like Garcia's mannerisms when he talks. I like it for the fact that he's just basically a thug saying, look, step up, speak up, step up. Also, Pac defended the North American Championship on Dark again, which, you know what? I like this for the fact that AEW is proving that they're an out of area title. Like, they don't have to defend things in their own area, right? Sounds like a win-win. No travel, no more wear and tear on the body. Could eventually make him a manager on screen. Absolutely. You could put him in the Michael Hayes role that Michael Hayes was in with the Hardys back in the Attitude Era. Oh, God. Attaboy, Ethan Page. There you go. I'm calling that question too. That's why. Well, yeah, Page deserves better, but that's a different Page. See, if he's going to do this promo, why isn't he doing it for the shirts that actually are on sale right now? Watch the Ethan Page t-shirt sales go through the roof tonight. No more Dan Lambert. No more Dan Lambert. You get the correlation on this, right? The fact we're getting no more Dan Lambert. Annoying Dad is gone, it looks like. Oh, you see what he said? What is Anna Jay wearing? Paige Van Zant's unfortunately been off my TV. She's probably still on your Instagram, so you'll be fine. Looks like a figure skating costume. Yeah, I'll go with that. The AEW Galaxy, yeah, that I like that when they use it. I gotta say, Jungle Boy's got a feisty one there. All right, this should be interesting. Now, honestly, I think this one could go either way right now. Let me throw this out here. Got 5 minutes on the clock for you. Street Fight was taken like 20 times over, yeah. All right. I love the new gear, by the way, for the Acclaimed. And no one will buy a Columbus Street Fight. Oh, wait. Rap coming. Oh! You knew they were going to get a vid shot in here sooner or later. Well, that ends that. What the frick is he wearing? Is that like white over? Is he trying to look like BG James? That doesn't look right. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, the frick are you guys doing? Because that looked awful for a second there. They had set up perfectly that, you know, Bowens could have suplexed both of them onto trash cans. Why do you need them in the ring to make it official? It's almost like you guys are going to be asking for tags, too. All right, got about 2 minutes to get your predictions in here, everybody. So, now I know those are plastic lids, but I've had one hit me in the head before. That is not fun. Well, that's one, but they got to get both in there. Well, they had to have this spot in here, guaranteed. Boom! What kind of trash do you have in your trash can? Two guys scissoring themselves in a trash can. In a dumpster. Okay. Sorry, just quickly checking the shows, as we call it in the fancy term. Oh, you gotta love the garbage can lids, because really, it's basically a piece of foil that you're getting hit on your head with. Don't get me wrong, every shot hurts, but at the same time, a lot of people pay good money for that kind of action. Exactly. Not that I know anything about that stuff. Yeah. But people couldn't afford poster paper there, so they put it on paper plates. And this is one of those that you just have to picture what's going on. And it's one of the bad parts of picture-in-picture, but at the same time, it also allows you to use your mental acuity in this match. So I will say the last half of this match will not be, or the last quarter of this show might get a little ugly if you ask me personally. So for the mere fact that you're going to have the this match followed by the Jericho Yuta match, which, like I said off the top of the show, as we were talking at the beginning, I have no faith in Jericho right now for his stuff. Yes, that's exactly, well, that was the reference at the beginning, and that's what the reference is with Austin's gear, right? The fact that he looks like the Road Dogg a little bit. But yes, it was Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie winning the tag team championships over the New Age Outlaws. At WrestleMania 14. So it's actually why I feel good about the fact that Billy's actually not involved in this, because he's already been in one of these. He doesn't need to be in another one. You gotta love the fact. I seem to recall Mick Foley talking about how bad them pushed off the stage sucked. Yeah, well, that wasn't in the actual match. That was in the preview to the match. Because the way it's set up is, I think it was a month before. Because they did take the time off for the injury. Or to set up the kayfabe injury or real injury, whichever way it worked. But they actually had a dumpster at the top of the ramp, put them in it, and then slid it off the side of the stage. So yes, I do remember that very vividly. Who is throwing out a perfectly good table? That's what I'm wondering right now. The fact that they got a table inside the dumpster, who's throwing out good quality tables at a wrestling show? I've seen Road Dogg coming up a lot on social media. I think he was bashing some AE. All right, well, Road Dogg was essentially ripping apart the AEW product, talking about how trash it was and how amateur it looked. And he said that he could, if they brought him in, he would be the guy that would be able to fix it. It is the most prototypical example of people inside Vince McMahon's world actually believing what they're saying on some stuff. It wouldn't surprise me one bit if Hunter picked him up again. Do I think, if anything, he'd be a road agent? He wouldn't be any higher than that. Oh, God. Really? Well, cameraman screwed up. All right. Oh. You're going in that dumpster, kid. And the confetti. Of course, the styrofoam comes out of it. All right, well, we're going to get a spot out of this. Mic drop. Oh my God, that piece of wood got stuck in his hair. Oh, and don't forget the zip ties. Gotta keep them sealed in there. So what are they going to do now? The crowd is expecting more. That's what the problem is right now. Oh, no. You were saying this sucked, according to Mick Foley? Yeah, it looks like we're going to find out real quick here. Even though I guarantee you they're not in it. Oh... They screwed up the spot. Ha! The joys of live TV. All right, well, this will right off the guns off the air for a while. Well, at least Mick can ask these guys if it really sucked. Oh. That was... I didn't think they needed to do that, but that's okay. What? Hello? Mance Warner, John Moxley. And there we go. There's our question about Madison Rayne. And Tony Nese and Josh Wood, so that feud's oh. Okay. It's been hella fun here tonight, crowd. Yeah, Madison Rayne is probably going to be in ring, which she has been. Okay, I see you. Saturday night's going to be fun. Claudio and Takahashi? Yeah, I'll be here on Saturday night, guys, if you're wondering. Yeah, I thought it was next weekend. No, I'll be here this Saturday. So, how's Dynamite tonight? It's actually been really well. Done really good. Quake at the Lake looking good. Rampage, they got Mance Warner on there. They set up Battle of the Belts for Saturday really well. We had the women's match earlier tonight, which Jamie Hayter was the one who got the focus and the win in the women's tag, which actually happened a lot earlier tonight than normal. As well, we had an excellent match between Orange... Oh. Hello! Yeah. Okay. Yeah, next Wednesday's going to be pretty damn loaded. So, yeah, this is going to be fun. Let me get, while we got a second here, let me get the prediction up for the last match here as we're heading to commercial here. Just want to remind you guys, after we're done here, we're going to be taking a couple-minute break while I set things up. And then it's going to be the best of 5 series between myself and Game Time Art in the Show YEG Baseball League, MLB The Show 2022. Chris Jericho, Wheeler Yuta. All right, I'm going to set it up for 10 minutes, just like our normal rules. Main event gets 10 minutes, so it'll run till about 10:02, so I don't expect the match ending any sooner than that, so we're good that way. But the next week of action here on Dynamite, Rampage, Battle of the Belts, all looking really sharp, really good. So I know I'm going to be here to watch it, so I hope you guys are as well. You know what? We'll do a sidecast for it and then probably pop in a game there after we're done that, because usually the Battle of the Belts only goes for an hour. If it goes for 2, more power to it, but other than that, all right, so let me I'm going to throw one more ad in there, guys, right now, so it gets disabled. I just don't want you guys missing as we're talking through the main event here, so. Still trying to work out how these pre-roll ads and whatnot go, or getting rid of these pre-roll ads and trying to incorporate so that you guys don't miss any of the action while we're talking here, so. And if you guys are wondering why we're running ads now, it's Twitch is, they've upped the return to us a little bit, but they've also sort of politely suggested that we make sure we run these ads, or that we're going to run pre-roll ads before. There's one option or the other. You don't get an option for both, so. Used to be you have the option one way or the other. Now, I see the betting right now that somebody's bet 1,000 on Jericho already. I'm not 100% sure. I'm about 85 to 90% sure. And the only reason I'm not 100% sure is, wouldn't you want to save Jericho versus Moxley for All Out? And if you waste it here, you're not going to be able to run it again at All Out. And if Punk isn't ready to go, who do you have for that main event? That's the problem right now. What are you going to do? Have, what, you have Bobby Fish take on Jon Moxley in the main event? That's not going to sell tickets. I love how Regal has that look of intensity, but he's still going over to commentary. And Regal's mic isn't working. That's great. I love how the fact is, I feel maybe you could have Black fight for it if need be, set up a cross feud between the House of Black and Blackpool Combat Club. So, to me, that one there, and I love the idea of having Malachi versus Moxley as your main event. That would sell some tickets. But to me, the biggest issue is, and this is going to be for a lot of people coming in right now, this Trios Championship that's being crowned at All Out. You got to get Malachi out of that tournament early so you can build up this feud with Moxley to get to that point. That's the biggest problem about piecing this card together. Like, we have 4 weeks right now. I know people, it's hard to believe, but we only have 4 weeks left until All Out. By the way, if anybody's interested, we are hosting All Out at Beercade coming up that weekend. We aren't going to have a pre-show unless it's going to be pre-taped. We're working on that. Check out for details later. But with the looks like Claudio's going to come out and play a little security guard. You're going to watch us? You're going to watch us? You go. I'm just trying. Danny Magic's accent, I just can't get it. I'm sorry. I'm Western Canada. I don't have no French accent. See, but this is what I was worried about already when it comes to Jericho matches. We already have... Ha! Ha! Instead of the slap of the face, just the bink of the nose. The broken nose. Oh, so they're allowed to run late tonight. Okay, I see you guys. I like that Blackpool Combat Club just sends out Claudio. Like, we don't need even numbers. We're good. Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. Like, it's not just the fact that they aren't even numbers. It's the fact that Moxley faces the winner. He's not going to be playing favorites in this matchup here. He said he wants to take on either one. So, looks like we're going to get either one. And bless you two people who picked Yuta here to get the action going here. If Yuta pulls this off, you guys are in for some big money here. Just a reminder, you got just under 3 minutes here to get your predictions in if you want. We're betting channel points here. Oh, Aubrey's warming it up. Warming it up. And you see, this is what I like about this. Because Claudio's probably leaving too. He was only out here to make sure things were fair. And Jericho tried the schoolboy, and Wheeler had one step ahead, which I like. I like this. Jericho's just slow, period. There's a difference there. It's called he's old. Like, don't get me wrong, I totally respect Jericho for everything he does. Hell, I'm like, what, 9 years younger than him, and I can't even do a quarter of the stuff that he can do. But at the same time, this last little bit, it's almost like he needs a break. You know when you need that little bit of time just to recharge up again? It just seems that... just seems we're in that position right now where Jericho just needs... Give him a couple months. Let him go on tour with Fozzy. Let him just stay that way. Chris Jericho wrestling so many TV matches is silly. Yeah. See, I don't mind it if they're really building it up to a proper story. But the problem for me is the last 4 or 5 or 6 endings that they've had for Jericho matches, they've all been smoke and mirrors. Whether it's a gimmick match that needs to use turnbuckle or use ropes and whatnot to choke out your opponent, to stupid interference spots. It's almost like Jericho needs the extra gimmicks to get himself over. If Fozzy returned 100% go, he's a great concert. Don't get me wrong. And I'll be honest, I think Fozzy's the last concert I've been to. The last time they were in Edmonton, that was like, what, 4 or 5 years? I'm not a very interesting man when it comes to going outside. I'll be the first to admit it here. But, well, that's what we're going to get at Jericho's age now. But in the span of a couple weeks, they did War Games, barbed wire. Yeah, the War Games, the barbed wire match. Even 3 months earlier with the Anarchy in the Arena match. Like, everything Jericho's involved in, there's just certain levels of that don't need to, we don't need in our wrestling. But Jericho can get up for a drop kick. I'll give him that. But I will say this is outside of the stupid stuff to start off the match, I didn't mind it. Right now it's still relatively in the safe zone yet. We got about 10 minutes to go though, so could be anything here at this point. That's sports entertainment. Yeah. There's a difference between being sports entertaining and sports boring. And I think this last week in WWE sort of proved us the difference. Vince was doing sports entertainment or sports boring. Triple H is doing sports entertainment. Like, here's one for you. Sports boring is what they were doing with Lacey Evans and Aaliyah, with the fact that Lacey Evans kept saying that she wasn't able to wrestle, or she wanted to be recognized before she would wrestle. Sports entertainment is having Io Sky and Bianca Belair wrestle and having it end in a stupid double disqualification when all 4 people got in the ring and just battled it out. You don't mind the screwy ending on that because you know you're going to get it again later, and it's a good match that you want, and the fact that it carries it on into another atmosphere here, right? It carries on that feud because you got Bayley, you got... Oh, I just see these guys going mad. Two deads at a hockey game that their kids are getting into a fight on the ice, so they agree they have to get in a fight in the stands, it looks like. Jesus, you want to talk about German City here? I don't want to say Suplex City, that's patented. And Yuta's not letting go. Let's go for another 5. What the hell? Yep, that's vintage Jericho right there with that reversal. Now, he beat Danielson with this, but that was assisted. It's been one of the oldest tropes in the world. If you have more than one finisher, the finisher you used in your old territory you never use as a victory. Atta girl, Aubrey. And Jericho just sent to the outside. Oh, look out. Nice tope. Is he going for the lethal 3? Lee Moriarty for BCC? I don't think so. I wouldn't mind it, don't get me wrong. Wait a second. Regal just said on commentary he never got to fight for the World Championship. Didn't he get a chance to take on Triple H for it once? Oh no, it was when... Because he was defending the honor of Eugene at the time. That was that... No, he said at 25 Yuta's going to do it and that Regal never got a chance to do it. That's what I heard he said. I could be wrong. Sometimes I need to get the wax out of my ears and such, so. The flying nothing. The flying nothing. One of the moves I absolutely hate. If you're going to go off the top rope and you're not going to, if you're going to essentially do a flying nothing like that, put your arms up and make it look like you're going for a double sledge or something. Yeah, or an arm out for a clothesline or something. Anything. That's the part that gets me. Like, have some purpose to what you're saying. Like, uh-oh. What's he doing with Floyd? Oh, yeah, here we go. Pat McAfee'd be proud of that punt right there. Oh, wow. And there's that reversal I was talking about. Could we get it here? On the line tamer. And there's the tap out. Well, The two people that put in the 40 points, I'm proud of you for chasing the money. I want Serena Deeb to turn face and be the first female member of Blackpool Combat Club. I don't think you're going to have to... I don't think you'd have to worry about that. Moxley's pissed up. Ricky Vaughn out of the bullpen. Here we go. I'm going to get that clip of her talking about Wild Thing. I got to get that for... Yeah, it's pretty... Yeah, I love that. I saw a few memes of Rachel Phelps saying that she secretly been the owner of the Washington Nationals the last 2 years. Wouldn't surprise me. Lord knows nobody wants to own them right now. So John Moxley, Chris Jericho next week. That is going to be a... Yeah, I'm going to stretch the... Yeah. Well, if you're dealing with the... if you're dealing with the Stu Hart Dungeon, that's not... Are we not doing phrasing? No. No, there's no phrasing here. Ever. No, when you're dealing with the... Ralphus you're talking about there, Jaeger? Who held the signs for Jericho, his own personal security? Or are you talking about Lodi, who was the road hand for Jericho? Ralphus, okay. Because Lodi was also a guy that was back there hanging up... he was originally part of the flock, Ravens flock, but when he left, he had to hang on to he was there with Jericho running around for a little bit before anything else. So, or before he left, sorry. Okay, Ralphus, yeah, that the guy that looks like me except he wears belly shirts. You could have said that. That'll work just as well. Lodi's your idol? Okay. Sorry. Didn't want to disparage Lodi at all. But yeah, overall tonight, a decent show. Dynamite tonight. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens here in this next month between both companies. Like, I'm thinking we go through everything right now until Full Gear and Survivor Series between both companies. That's going to give WWE 3 months to go through their stuff and start making the changes that they want to. Like, you can't change everything in a week because you don't do a New Blood Rising moment because, well, frankly, you're going to kill your crowd for that. So whatever happened to Lash LaRue, I think he's around, but I couldn't tell you per se exactly where he is right now, so I'd have to look that up, to be honest there, Darth Mick, but All right, so yeah, while we're waiting, let's just sum up here what we had here for tonight. We started out with Jay Lethal beating Orange Cassidy, setting up the match at Battle of the Belts this Saturday with Wardlow. So, give you a plus on that. Oh, he works as a caricature artist. Okay, that's cool. We had the women's match come on early. Jamie Hayter showed up and showed off there. And then we also we had the dumpster fire match where the Acclaimed won and then almost botched the spot coming off the stage. We had Jericho winning, and I think that's about as clean as you're going to get for a match when it comes to dealing with all that. We had Christian Cage beat Matt Hardy after Matt Hardy beat himself with a table. And we had Hobbs and Starks start their real feud going up here, so